I'm makeup artist Justin Time. Welcome back to Make Up Your Mind TV and this episode of Beauty News. Now, it's been a really strange time for beauty news lately. You know, with COVID-19 ravaging our country, you would think that there wouldn't be any negative beauty news right now, the way that, all of these independent as well as major cosmetic lines are stepping in. One very specific part of the beauty industry that has been affected, and this is where the forthcoming story comes from, is the salon industry and whether or not to keep them closed, what procedures should be used going forward. I know lately my social media has been flooded with hairstylists talking about the 1,500 hours of, sanitation training that they received when they got their cosmetology license. All that is super, super great, and I fully trust your understanding of basic sanitation. That's awesome. That said, I personally don't feel that salons should be open right now. There isn't really a way to space and to keep things just contained. I don't know. There's going to be a lot of changes going forward. But the story that we're going to talk about today is of Shelly Luther, a Texas-based hairstylist and salon owner who chose to defy the state's orders of keeping the salon closed and staying inside. Shelly was issued citations. She was told she was going to be fine. She decided to keep her salon open, keep servicing clients, obviously upholding the best sanitation that you can in a salon atmosphere. But regardless, she decided to defy the state mandated order that salons and businesses need to be closed. After being, fined and told many, many times to close, Shelly was arrested and she was brought into court, just touting all kinds of different language for why she should be allowed to be open. The judge actually gave her the opportunity to apologize for risking the safety of her community by opening her salon. She refused to apologize. This is a direct quote, when the person told her that she was being selfish and endangering other people. She said, "I have to disagree with you, sir." This is to a judge, by the way. "When you say that I'm selfish because feeding my kids is not selfish. I have hairstylists that are going hungry because they would rather feed their kids. So, sir, if you think the law is more important than kids getting fed, then please go ahead with your decision. But I am not going to shut down the salon." I'm sure she thought that was like a mic drop moment. She was then jailed for 7 days as well as fined $7,000. One for every single day that she was open, the 7 days that she continued to be open. She has since been released from jail. She was released after Governor Greg Abbott amended his policies and eliminated jail time for people that have violated this order. The Texas Supreme Court granted this order that led to Luther's release from jail. A GoFundMe for Luther actually raised over $500,000 to help her pay with legal fees. That's $500,000 for a salon that would never make that during a year. And, she's released from jail. She has gone on to say that she's going to use some of the money, obviously, for her bills, mortgages, and things like that, but she is going to help a separate set of hairstylists named Ana Isabel Castro Garcia as well as Brenda Stephanie Mata. They are two hairstylists based in Laredo, Texas that were caught giving beauty services at home. This is in violation with the Webb County stay-at-home order that is the county that they lived. These women were also arrested and fined. So the moral of the story, it would seem, is that it doesn't pay to be a good person. It's a weird conversation to have. There are not guidelines for a salon to be open. I know there's a lot of talk of different ways for things to be open, and now, as the country continues to open in phases, more conversations obviously need to be had. Shelly's actions, in my own personal opinion, are not tolerable, and she absolutely deserved to be arrested. I know that many people might disagree with that, and that is cool. I completely understand that we need to make money, people need to feed their kids and keep the lights on. Endangering a community for your own personal satisfaction and gain, it just doesn't seem like a wise business decision. Is it just because you are quite safe in your own personal business space and your stylist and everything, that does not account for the behaviors of everyone coming in and out? It's just until we get things at a point where rapid testing is possible, where sterile environments can be produced and regulated and constantly just cleaned. I mean, I was talking to an associate of mine, we were even saying like get a little greenhouse and set it up. They're like $50 to $100 on Amazon. At least there you can Lysol the walls and scrub it down in between clients if you're doing stuff. Whatever you feel is obviously your own prerogative. I would just encourage people to perhaps hold off on reopening their salon until we have guidelines that make it safe for every single person. Because while hairstylists do have the sanitation training, that's not speaking for the front desk people, the salon managers, the sanitation and cleaning staffs, your clients coming in and out. While you may be the virtuous picture of sanitation perfection, not everyone around you is. Moving on to an even stranger beauty news topic, a manicurist was drowned by an alligator in North Carolina. That is not something that you would ever really expect to hear, but since salons are closed at the time, the manicurist, whose name was Cynthia Covert in South Carolina, she was doing house calls. The client that she was seeing lived in a gated community, and she said that normally Cynthia was very professional. She showed up with a glass of wine. Whether or not that's true is up for debate, but she was just in a really, really great mood. She was sitting on her client's porch giving her an at-home manicure, which should not be happening in the first place. But Cynthia, like many of people in our industry, had decided to go back to work and service single clients at home. Really, that's probably going to be the direction that things are going. It was while servicing her client on the client's front porch that she first noticed an alligator. After completing the service on her client, she then, left to go take pictures. She was getting very close. The client and her husband yelled to Cynthia to not get so close to an alligator, as they had just seen the gator eat a deer, weeks before. Cynthia is quoted as saying, "I don't look like a deer." She got too close. The gator grabbed her, pulled her under. She was able to escape via help from the client's husband for a little bit, still standing in the water or near enough to the water, exclaiming, "I guess I won't do that again." The gator then went in for a second attack, and unfortunately this time dragged Cynthia down, and she drowned. So this is a very unique story in that it's not something that happens very often, but it does add to a COVID-19 death toll that didn't need to be added. It's a death that occurred because of a manicurist's actions, because her salon is closed and she was performing an illegal service. But none of this had to happen. She didn't have to go over and service this client. Like, this client should not be having this woman come over, and no one's nails need to get done that badly. And granted, yes, Cynthia's actions are her own. Super, super sad. I feel for her and her family and anyone associated with her. That is that absolutely horrible thing to have to happen. I just wish that no one had to resort to doing this. I wish that maybe our government were a little bit more on top of giving us the unemployment and the money that we need, so that during this horrible pandemic, people aren't forced to keep going and endangering their lives by performing at-home services. So however you feel about the two stories that I've talked about today, either way, it was senseless risks that were taken as a result of COVID-19, and one of them actually led to a death, not from COVID-19, but COVID-19 related. It's a very weird and it's a very sad time. I would love to hear everyone's thoughts on these matters about the salons reopening. I would especially love to hear what precautions that makeup artists, hairstylists, manicurists are going to be taking going forward. I think it's an excellent discussion. I keep seeing lots of different certifications show up for sanitization, one of them from Barbicide. I personally plan on getting all of these sanitation certifications. I know myself, I'm a super sanitary makeup artist. Everything is pretty much militant as far as germs go, but now everything has to be changed going forward. It's a very, very interesting time, and I would love to open this up for debate and a great conversation, obviously keeping any negativity to yourself. But what are you going to be doing as a hairstylist, makeup artist, manicurist going forward to ensure sanitation, your own safety, your family's safety, the safety of your clients? Please leave a comment below. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Make Up Your Mind's TV Beauty News. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you're watching this on Instagram TV, please like and leave a comment below. Feel free to follow Make Up Your Mind TV on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.